Hey everyone! Ever since the new playtest came out for the next iteration of D&D, I've been excited to try them out. And so I got some friends together and we decided we were going to run a first level one shot and use the playtest rules and give them a try. And I had a generous offer from Tomb Guardians. They have a new Kickstarter called Curse of the Usurper to provide a free adventure. In fact, you all can get this adventure for free if you go to the Tomb Guardians website. I'll put a link in the video description, so if you want this adventure, you can get it for free, and they have graciously sponsored this video. So we're going to show you this introductory adventure to their new Kickstarter, which is Curse of the Usurper, and give these new rules a run through. We'll start with the trailer for the campaign.
Long ago, in the ancient dwarven mines of Shekel, a horrid despot came to power. Driven by a malevolent voice from the dark Nehidium stone buried beneath the mines, the usurper sought to extend his reach far across the realms. But the usurper failed in his quest, and a wicked curse befell the dwarves of Shekel and all their descendants, their spirits haunting the halls of the now lost kingdom forevermore. The curse was thought by many to be little more than a rumor, but history is often hard to bury, and its curses more so. Traverse regions of wonder and magic, seeking to put a stop to the curse spread from the mines of Shekel. Explore the detailed port city of Havdar, search for clues, engage in animated tentacle arm wrestling in the sunken dream bar, fight opponents in Morven's sorrow pit, delve into the prison city of Still Echo, traverse the wizard tower, much, much more. Do you dare travel north to the freezing dark lands of Laskel, where the sun does not rise for half the year, and negotiate with the vampires of Mornhaven? Or perhaps you seek to roam south through Ardos, the land of the halflings, and partake of the many wonders and comforts of that land. Or maybe you'll hazard a journey even further south, into the untamed wilds where the lost mines of Shekel are rumored to reside. Battle fascinating foes, search for clues, and interact with factions in your quest to seek an end to the curse. Encounter unique monsters, villains, and magic items as you venture through this rich and complex world, delving at last into the mines of Shekel to dethrone the usurper of old. In this 400-page tome, you'll find everything you need to engage your players in a story of mystery, danger, and wonder, with fantastic art, accompanying music, actor voiceover to assist your GM, beautifully rendered maps, new miniatures, and much more to help immerse you and your beloved players in this campaign.
Hey everyone, so I'm recording this after the encounter is complete, and I kind of just want to give my impressions of what you're about to see. So after this session completed, the players and I were chatting, and we were talking about the encounter. We were also talking about, as I mentioned, this video is sponsored by Tomb Guardians. That means we get paid for our work. And so I was talking to the players, and I'm saying, hey, I'm going to need your email so I can pass them on to Tomb Guardians so that they can use PayPal to pay you for your work here. And I can tell you that I have 4 players here, and 4 players asked me if it was possible to, instead of being paid, to pledge to the Kickstarter. So all 4 players were just super engaged to the point where they would prefer to pledge on this Kickstarter so that it's something they could continue. So the players certainly appreciated it, but I want to talk about some of the things I appreciated about this encounter as a DM. So first off, the basics. It is professionally laid out. It's easy to read. There's plenty of art here, and I will be showcasing a lot of that art in this encounter, so you'll see it yourself. But also the pacing here I thought was really good. This is a first level encounter, so if you're running this and you're just starting a campaign, you might have new players. Well, they do a really nice job here of making sure that the players are exposed to actually the combat rules themselves, in addition to several different skill checks. And so the players are going to get exposure to these different rules in a low threat environment. And I thought that was smart on the part of the writers here. But I also want to talk about there was something really unusual here, because the stuff I've mentioned previously, you might find it in other products. But something I saw here that I didn't see elsewhere is the PDF. There's QR codes that are actually in the PDF. And you go to the QR code and it'll give you a sound bite. And it might be some voice work or a narrator reading a description. And what I found with these sound bites is, now again, I'll include some of them in the one shot, so you'll hear them for yourself. And you could certainly play them for your players, but even if you don't, as a DM, I think it's good for kind of understanding how you might read a description so that it creates the right mood or theme. Also, there's voice work, so if you aren't using that, you still know what that NPC might sound like, how they speak, and so you get some additional insights that normally you wouldn't find printed on the page. And I found that, again, something I haven't seen before, and I thought was a really good idea and useful for me as I ran this encounter. But in the end, this is a hook. This encounter is leading into a bigger campaign, and I found that it really engaged me to want to see what happens next, but more importantly, it really engaged my players to see what happens next. So hopefully it also engages you to know what happens next. Let's get into the encounter. Okay, welcome everyone. We're going to start our session here, but first let's introduce our characters. So if everyone wants to maybe say a little bit about who they are and who their character is, maybe also mention if you have any thoughts about what you think of the other player characters, or your mysterious benefactor Vromir. We'll start with Sister Moonshine.
Okay, so Sister Moonshine is a small woman. She's maybe just a little bit over 5 feet tall and does not look very large. And she wears a nun's habit. And the only real difference is that her entire nun's outfit is sewn together with armored scales all over it. And she's carrying what looks to be like a large paddle. It's entirely made of dark wood. It has some holes in it, and it's about 2 feet long. And it looks like she's ready to smack somebody with it. And she has a cigar hanging out of her mouth all the time. And you wish that she was smoking it because she keeps chewing on it and spitting out the ends. And she's a little gruff. But seems to be pleasant enough. Seems to be very fastidious too.
Great. Okay, and let's move on, and let's hear about Sneak.
Sneak Pliskin is about 2 to 3 feet tall. He's a halfling. He's got long, stringy hair. He wears leather pants, and he's got a studded leather vest over his bare chest. He's either got 3 days worth of beard growth, or he's taken his disguise kit and he's scrabbled the charcoal all over his face to make it look like he's a rough-hewn individual. And he carries around 2 short swords, and he is always acting very intensely serious about everything.
Cool. And Nick.
All right, so we got Mickey, who is also a halfling and is Sneak's brother from another mother. And we have been, traveling around, getting into trouble, running cons and so on for is basically since the time that we could walk. Mickey is a bard, and so while Sneak he does the rooftop work, Mickey is the face, doing smooth talking and getting into trouble. And I imagine the only reason they took this job is because it was the next boat out of town, and we had to get out fast. So,
All right. And Kyler, tell us about your character.
All right, Seafoam Arnold is a mountain of a man. He's a bodybuilder. When he's not busy beating up other pirates at a bar brawl, he's busy lifting weights and kegs of ale as he gets these muscles that are always oiled, always oiled. He looks like Conan, to be honest with you. Has a shield, and it's actually a old ship steering wheel as his shield. And he is just here on this ship, one, to make sure his adopted half-brothers, the halfling twins, are safe in his eyes. And two, to make sure this ship gets where it needs to be. That's why he's here. He also has 10 nets.
All right, great. I'm going to port over the map here, show you guys where you are. So you find yourself on the main deck of the Tavernsbane freighter, and I'm just going to play a little introduction as to how you found yourselves here.
You have travelled near and far, seeking treasure, opportunity, and adventure in the port city of Havda, an ancient dwarven settlement. On your journeys toward the city, you each happened upon Vromher Shellborn, a dwarf of supposedly noble heritage who was seeking escorts to help him safely arrive in Havda. Vromher has promised a sum of 5 gold pieces for each of you for assisting him in reaching Havda, giving you promissory notes that can be exchanged at a notary in town in order to receive your gold. You've been travelling for several weeks aboard the ship, the Tavernsbane freighter, and Vromher has become increasingly agitated. Or so it seems. The dwarf never leaves his room aboard the ship. He spends his time muttering about a curse and about someone coming after him. His health seems to be declining rapidly, based on the ever-increasing coughing fits coming from his room. You and your companions stand upon the prow of the ship, listening to the sound of splashing waves and the calls of the sailors as you near port, mere miles from your destination.
And you have found yourself on the main deck, and we have a little clip for that too.
The main deck of the ship is slippery. Water and years of accumulated sea life cling to the decks. A man in a rumpled captain's uniform smokes a pipe while steering the ship. Meanwhile, a scruffy-looking sailor launches a spear tied to a rope overside, lazily staring into the depths.
So I imagine Mickey is didn't know what he was getting himself into boarding this ship. He's not a sailor; he's a lover, So he's spent the better part of the last few days just basically hugging the rail, and as the sea, the waves are high and stuff. He tries to lighten the spirits and his own spirits by playing like a tune on his lute every now and then, but he's often has like pause and run to the rail real fast. So he's kind of doing half and half between the playing music and pausing and getting sick on the side.
All right.
Should have stayed with the Baron's daughter.
Mickey's hanging over this side. Let's hear about what everyone else is up to.
I think Sneak is going to be up in the crow's nest of the ship.
Oh, okay.
So he can get a good view of what's going on. And it doesn't smell as bad up at the crow's nest, probably.
Probably not.
True.
Okay, and let's hear about...
I'm going to go complain to the captain.
All right, why don't you move yourself up to the captain? Yarr! What ye be needin', me lassie?
Well, I think my employer is very, very sick because of the condition of the ship, Captain. It's look at this. It's filthy. It's dirty. What has your crew been doing? I mean, he keeps getting sicker and sicker, and I don't know what's wrong with him. And the only thing I can figure is that this place is filthy.
Your employer, that Vromir, he concerns me. paid more than I ought to say for use of the ship, and I don't trust him, not in the least. And therefore, I don't necessarily trust you neither.
It's hard to imagine this, but the feeling is actually pretty mutual. I don't trust anybody. But if we're on the topic of my employer, you think he overpaid for the use of the ship?
He seemed to be paying a lot. Didn't want me to carry many crew or passengers.
I see. So you have a lot less people on the ship than you would normally have.
This be a skeleton crew.
I see. Is he at the wheel at this point? Where is he?
Yes, he is steering the ship.
Captain, how long is it going to be before we dock?
A few days.
A few more days, huh? Okay. Who's the guy that's spearfishing?
That be me first mate, Skur. Skur's been acting up as of late. Constantly complaining about his wages. Ungrateful sod.
I see. All right, Captain. Well, thank you very much. And then I'm gonna saunter over. I see one of my friends is going near Skur, and I'm gonna make sure that the members of my group who are working for Vormir, every day I am giving them at least 2 good berries. And I tell you guys that you can safely eat one of these instead of the rancid, horrid food they are certainly trying to poison us with on this horrible death trap of a ship. And you might want to save one because they have healing properties in addition to providing you with something to eat. And usually while I'm talking, I'm smacking my paddle against my hand. While I talk about how terrible things are.
All right.
Sneak will take a good berry suspiciously and sniff it and put it in his pouch.
You bet. All right, Seafoam Arnold. You've moved up to the first mate. So this is what you see.
A disheveled half-elf rocks back and forth on the ship, staring blankly into the water and leaning part way over the side, one hand on the rigging and the other gripping a spear with a thick line of rope tied to it. He glances at you for a moment, turning back to the sea before doing a double take. "Oi, want to earn a bit of coin?" The half-elf calls to you.
Yes, so he's looking at you and, "You want to earn some money?"
Of course I do. What do you need me to do?
He says, "You see those fish down there?" And he points off the side, and you can see there's these very brightly colored fish, quite large for fish, and they're swimming around the side. And he says, "Those be rainbow snappers. They'll catch a few silver in port. You help me catch them. Each one you catch, 5 silver coins."
Make it 6.
Give me a persuasion check.
Affirmative.
He says, "No, I'm not going to make any profit if it's 6. We'll make it 5. I think that's plenty."
Fine. What do you need me to do?
But you can actually make an intelligence check.
Oh, Arnold's great at this.
I know.
Come on, let's see what I know.
That's a natural 20. So give yourself inspiration.
I'm a human. I already have it. I'm going to give my inspiration that I already have to Sneak.
Sneak, give yourself inspiration. Not only do you think that he will earn plenty of profit, you think the value of these will be like 20 silver in town. Furthermore, you think that it's not entirely legal to be fishing these fish.
Oh. That's fine. How do I kill them?
Okay. So he gives you a spear, and it's got a rope tied to the back. And he says, if you can spear the fish, then pull it in, you earn your coin. And so You can make an attack roll with a spear. It would be at disadvantage because of the range.
All right. I'm just going to use a javelin because it'll be the same anyways.
Yeah, javelin is fine.
Yeah. I got you.
All right, so let's...
You're mine now. You belong to me. Fish.
Yeah, the 20 definitely hits. All right, and it starts pulling against you. So you got to try to pull it in. You have leverage on it, so you have advantage on your strength check. But I don't know if you can beat this strength check.
Oh.
-2.
Let me try. It's a strength check, not a saving throw.
It is a strength check.
Got it. Come here. No!
No,
Help me!
You have advantage.
Oh, damn, you're right. You're right. So
which
close.
is a good thing because ones are now automatic failures.
They're falling in.
You managed to pull in the snapper. Now let me just determine. So the fish are starting to disperse, but fairly slowly. You think you could potentially try to get a few more if you wanted.
Of course.
So
that's 5 silver a fish.
Let's do it. So another javelin attack.
You're mine, fishy. Yeah.
That'll hit.
So many crits.
Well, that one you have disadvantage on. So.
I know.
But that does hit, and let's see if you can pull it up. Oh, can you beat a -3?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see if I...
These fish aren't fighting very hard at all. All right. And let's do one more.
Come here, fishy.
All right, that 8 has missed. So yeah, they're starting now to disperse. You think it'll be hard to get any more. So you've picked up 2. So you will be able to exchange those for 10 silver pieces.
All right. Wonderful.
And the first mate smirks slightly when he hands over the coin like he's pulled one over on you.
Hey, listen. When you get into town and you sell these illegally, I'll know.
He acts confused. But you think you don't think he's all that confused.
Right. Well, I pull out a thing of oil and I go, it's time for my daily oiling. There we go. These babies need to look rock hard.
All right.
And then I'll go over here.
So having completed your activities, Mickey, you feel like a little better now that you're empty?
Yeah.
So you all reconvene on the main deck. Where would you like to head now?
I think so. In between playing and hurling, I've noticed the captain has he hasn't stayed with the rest of the crew or whatever.
No,
so
and I should mention that although these tokens of crew and the first mate I'm not moving them around. They're moving all over the deck all the time. The captain's the only one who's really staying put because he's steering the ship.
He's steering.
So while he's distracted, I'm curious. I kind of want to check out the rest of the ship, see what else is here, and
Yeah, and now you do
Ship of this
see
size, gotta
there
have some
are 2 sets of
valuable-
stairs that head to the lower decks, and you have seen the captain head into this door, and you think that's where his cabin would be.
That's what I'm intrigued by.
All right.
I tell my friends, I pull you guys aside a little bit before you head off, and tell you that the captain is very worried about our employer, Vromir, and apparently they're operating with the skeleton crew, and he kind of dropped maybe a hint that Vromir overpaid for this voyage, so they implying that he had a little bit too much money on hand.
And so where's Boromir? Is he below decks?
Yeah,
or?
he's on the lower deck.
He's below decks. I'll go check on him if that's okay with everybody else. I'll go check on him in a little bit. So you guys can go ahead and do whatever you're going to do, or if you want me to do something else, I'll do something else.
I'm gonna give our halfling here some cover. I'm gonna stand over him, my big body,
All right.
Yeah.
So as you
Some
head up
pick
to
the
this
lock.
door, are you trying to just act casual, or are you trying to be sneaky?
I'm trying to act casual.
All right. Give me a performance check, DC 10.
All right. Oh no.
All right, you're looking a little bit nervous as you go up. You're starting to get some notice of some of the crew. You think you might benefit from getting back out of sight. So give me a stealth check,
All right.
and you are able then to kind of slip out of sight and make your way up to the door.
Whoop. Or wherever.
Yeah, the door be right there. Yeah,
Right there,
yeah,
matey.
right. Okay, yeah, and then it leads to those stairs, and then there's a door. Should be right here. Can you
Gotcha.
see it?
Yep.
Yeah, let me just verify my lighting. Yeah. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, you open that door, and that leads to steps.
All right. I'll duck in. I'll walk sort of like I'm like look faint, like wobbly, still sick. Maybe look like I'm just lost. Don't mind me.
I should make sure, yeah, you guys can see okay? Is that
I think
right?
Sneak is going to try to sneak in behind him without being seen.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
As will Seafoam Arnold.
Let's do a group stealth check.
Okay, yeah, it works.
Should I roll again or should I leave?
We'll count yours as a success.
Okay.
So we'll just see what everyone else got. All right. Seafoam Arnold failed. Snake Plissken
Yes.
has succeeded, and Sister Moonshine.
Oh no, I'm not going with them. I will ruin them.
Okay.
I will. Are
She
you
will.
kidding me? I will
So-
stay as far. I will stay out here and distract the universe if anything happens.
Got
He'll
it.
tell us to stop again.
All right.
Right.
So you sneak your way in, and you get to a door, and this door is locked.
I point at Sneak and I say, "You're up."
All right. So Sneak pulls out a set of picks from his waistband and
Yep. So we're
Tries
gonna
to
do
pick
a
the lock.
thieves' tools check. So dexterity plus your proficiency.
right. So it'd be like a sleight of hand. Is how
Yeah,
it
sleight
works
of
out
hand
for
would
me.
be the same.
Oh, I think I'm going to use my inspiration at this point.
Sure.
Oh, it's even worse.
Hey, are you having problems there?
It's just, this lock is it's very hard. It's rusted. Maybe you
Oh.
The
could-
wings, brother.
Yeah. Let me get out my battering ram. A portable one. This door is about to be gone. Observe.
All right. If you attack the door, it has an armor class of 15.
Oh no. I want to do an can I do an athletics or?
Oh,
or a
you
strength
would
check?
like to,
Yeah.
shoulder your way in? Yep, go for it.
Yeah.
Athletics would be
Okay.
what I need.
All right. Well, the portable ram gives me a +4 to that.
Oh yeah. The door just busts right in. In fact, so violently you hope no one heard it on deck.
Mickey gives Arnold a look like, "Where did you pull that from?" Because he was like shirtless and like just wearing leather pants. And
All
It's
right.
from my pocket.
So I'm going to play a little clip here.
This room is filled with fine pieces of furniture. A hardwood writing desk sits at the center of the room. A beautiful bed rests near the large window at the back. A heavy wooden trunk sits in front of the writing desk, and the walls are decorated with a myriad of paintings.
Captain's been holding out on us, man. Why aren't we staying in here?
Oh,
I know, right?
there's some good loot in here.
Hold on. Let me just. And I pick up the door, and I put it back.
Yeah, put the door back up.
Okay, there we're good.
Good job, brother.
Affirmative.
I think Sneak is going to kind of circle the chest. He's drawn somehow magnetically to the large chest.
The trunk. Okay. Yeah, so give me a investigation check as you take a good look around.
It's a chest.
Yeah, the
Okay.
trunk appears to be a normal trunk.
Is it locked?
It is not locked. Within this chest is a small rolled up piece of vellum. Unfurling it, you discover it's some form of treasure map with a large X on an island just off the coast of the port of the city of Havdir. The island is labeled Raynor Isle.
X marks the spot.
What'd you find, brother?
Yes, what did you find?
We found a way out of our problems. Got a
Excellent.
treasure map.
Oh, wonderful. Where does it lead us to? Raynor Island? Excellent. I've never been there.
Sure that will be unprotected and have lots of gold to pay all of our debts.
Want to know what Seafoam and Mickey are up to?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out his desk, see if there's anything interesting.
All right.
Arnold,
And
check out the bed.
you'll check out the bed. Both of you give me investigation checks.
Alrighty.
What's it's under the bed? Let me see. It's nothing. It's
All
a
right.
monster.
There's nothing under the bed.
Oh.
You open up the desk, and you do find some stuff in there. There is 5 silver pieces, cartographer's tools, a spyglass, but it's in poor condition. It looks like you're not sure if it'll be still functional, but probably still worth maybe 2 gold.
Okay.
And there's a book. Seems some kind of tome.
I'll pocket the coins and the spyglass. I don't care. These weird cartographer tools. They definitely can't be worth anything. No one would use that crap. And but I'll open the book. I like a good story.
It seems like gibberish to you.
Sneak. Can you read gibberish? You're always
I'm-
talking nonsense, so I assume you
I'm
can.
fluent in gibberish.
Yeah, the letters appear to be in
And in the
common,
book.
but the words don't seem to make any sense.
Oh, this book is suboptimal. This is not a good book. I can't read it.
Well, I know Arnold can't read, so
What?
he's not
What
gonna
did you
know.
say?
I mean nothing.
Maybe we could give it to Sister.
I got a question. Does anybody in that group have more than an 8 intel?
Nope.
Negative.
I was just wondering because we only got a few days left at sea to explain to the captain why we broke into his cabin and stole everything.
What are you talking about?
You have to
Do that.
too.
3 investigation checks, and the highest roll was 8.
But that was Arnold though. So Arnold's still up there. He's good.
Does anyone have better than an 8 wisdom?
I got a 16, yeah.
Sneak's got a 14. He's
Okay. Sneaks. He's the one that keeps us out of trouble, ironically.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very helpful when
All
he
right.
hides behind me.
And you think,
Yeah.
you did a kind of a search of the area. It was a little disorganized, the search, but you think you found everything that could be found.
Yeah, Sneak. You said there were things on the wall, like paintings or
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those
You take a
paintings.
look at those paintings. Give me a history check.
Okay. I was gone that day.
You're not much of an appreciator of the arts, so you really aren't certain how valuable these paintings would be.
There's nothing behind the paintings.
So I would be intrigued by the paintings.
Okay.
If you are intrigued by the paintings, you may also make a history check.
Oh, I love art. Let me see what I know.
All right. What you are able to determine is you think maybe the captain paints these himself because these are not the works of a master artist.
Well, I do
Like-
appreciate.
They're all like mermaids or things like that.
They're passable paintings of like seascapes and fish, but it's not like you recognize that this isn't somebody who's highly skilled.
Sentimental value.
Sneak is going to say, "Okay, everybody, put the room back in order, just the way we
Alright.
found it."
Let me make his bed. There we go. Do any of you have carpenter's tools to fix the door?
I've got a flute.
It'll be fine.
No one will
All
notice.
right. That's right. Okay, let's
So-
go. I
so
have
is-
cook's tools.
Yeah, is that map detailed enough that I can't memorize it, or would I have to have the map to actually find the location?
You could write yourself some notes and probably recreate the majority of it. Yes.
Okay, so I think he'll try and recreate the majority of the map and write some notes, and then that way it won't look like we've
I should
stolen his
ask,
treasure map.
Are you proficient in like forger's tools or anything, or calligraphers?
I'm a proficient in disguise kit and forgery tools.
Well, you are okay. So you can actually create a pretty convincing copy of that map.
Okay.
You think it's going to be pretty accurate?
Okay. So about this time, I think I start to go kind of look for them. I'm not sneaking though. I'm just kind of looking around, and they're out of sight, of course, right?
Yep. Well,
Okay.
As you do that, you notice Mickey pop out from the door.
Okay. So Mickey pops out, and I kind of get down there and go, what are you guys doing? What did you do?
What?
Oh, well, we are just we're appreciating the arts.
Did you take anything valuable?
Nothing valuable.
Money or anything like that?
Oh, can you read gibberish?
No. Did you pick the lock on the door, or did you break into the door?
What does it look like?
Do we know where the crew's quarters are?
Yes, you believe they are below decks.
And I can see the crew is up and working.
Well, you know some of them are below deck as well.
Mickey, go find the first mate's quarters, and whatever you stole, put it in there. Go put it in his quarters. The captain's already suspicious of him. We're gonna still be on the ship for a couple of days. You knuckleheads knocked in the door. He's either gonna think it's us, or he's gonna think it's the first mate. Go put that stuff that you took in the first mate's quarters.
We didn't take
Okay.
anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, you may not know what we're talking about, but the
first mate's
captain's going to come looking.
Hey, I don't like that first mate guy. He lied to me about the fish price.
If the captain gets rid of the first mate, we can just keep the fish. Just saying, I think they're worth more than whatever you got out of there.
That is true. I can go push him off right now.
So, yes, I will then. Yeah, I'll walk the other direction, defiantly, as Sister Moonshine, tells me to go. But then, I'll double back, not towards wherever the first mate's bunk is.
Okay, well, yeah, you'll have to head below decks.
Okay.
So are you guys heading down?
Gotta go check on Rormir. Gotta go check on our employer. So yeah.
All right.
Hey, cleric, do you know the light cantrip?
I do not.
What?
I am going to make sure I am not lying to you, but I do not have light. I have a bunch of other stuff.
I think
not that.
Sneak has a hooded lantern he can pull out.
Hold on a second. Do you have trouble seeing in the dark?
Affirmative. My vision is not augmented. I cannot see.
Well, it's a good time for me to use this. I touch all three of you, and you suddenly have the 300 feet of dark vision.
Whoa.
Stupid
so
Twilight
much.
cleric.
I know. I can see further than a drow. Take that. Drow.
Blessings of the moon upon you.
Oh, yeah.
And then
All
I
right.
spit out some tobacco.
As you head down into the below decks, this is where you find the various cabins that you have been staying in, and The other passengers have been staying in, and here you see Vromir right here at the near the steps. So Vromir looks like this.
Oh.
And there is a little description of him.
A sickly-looking dwarf sits on a small cot in his room. His beard is flecked with grey, and the corners of his eyes are creased with age. Something seems off about his appearance, as though the signs of age have been plastered over the face of a much younger man. As you enter the room, he looks up from his writing. A small journal is laid upon his lap as he sits in bed. He greets you with a shaking wave of his hand, its wrist covered by a heavy metal band cinched tightly.
Did you say heavy metal band?
Yes, yeah. This is like
his wrist?
Around his wrist. It's like a bracer, maybe.
I want to join a heavy metal band.
We can do that when we're at port.
I'm going to step out of the room and find a quiet place and cast Detect Magic, and then I'm going to go interact with him after I've done that.
Okay.
While he's doing that, is the first mate's bunk nearby?
Yeah, not too far. It would probably be... Let's see, which would be the first mate's bunk? He'd have his own. It's actually probably the one that's directly across.
All right. I would like to try and sneak in there. Is it open?
Yes. Yeah, the door is open.
All right. I'm going to go in then, and does he have like a personal chest or something? Or I guess I'll
yeah, he would have a little chest for just clothes and personal items.
All right. I'm going to drop the spyglass in it.
Okay.
That's
Framing
a good
the
idea.
first mate.
That's right. He's now going to be the last mate.
Checkmate, first mate.
That's right.
Sister Moonshine, you've done a Detect Magic, and you come around the corner, and there is some magic coming off from that bracer.
Okay, so there's magic coming off of this bracelet that he's got that he's wearing. I go up to him and say, and this is actually what I'm thinking. You don't look well, and I would like you to eat this berry. This is a moonberry, and it will help you. It's decent food. There's no decent food on the ship, and I would also like to examine you because I'm worried about your health. If you'll let me, you certainly don't have to.
He says, "You can do as you will, but I'm old and tired. I think it's unlikely you'll be able to help, but you're welcome to try." And he eats the good berry, and for the viewers, you'll notice that there's circles around the characters that have usually green, and this yellow would indicate that he is wounded. Yet it does not improve when he eats the moonberry.
I see. Can I do a medicine check?
Yes, please do a medicine check.
And
while he's examining him, I say, I think I know the problem. Not enough rum.
Whoo!
I thought there's supposed to be more rum on these boats.
21. Well,
21.
Yes. Okay, so examining him, you think he is suffering, in mechanical terms, several levels of exhaustion. Enough that his hit point maximum has been reduced from it. But basically, he's exhausted. And it looks like whatever illness he's suffering, which you are unable to identify, you think it is killing him.
I ask him if there's anything in his background that is causing him to be ill. Is there anything that he would like to tell me? Since I know you think I can't help you, but maybe I can if you would just let me know a little bit more.
He says, I can't tell you everything, but I guess I will say I am suffering from a curse. This curse affects my body, my family, and other things as well. And it brings me closer to the end of my days.
I point at my wrist and say, "Your bracelet. Is that part of the curse?"
He give me a persuasion check.
Ooh. Yeah. That's going to be a toughie.
I could look menacing if it would help you persuade him.
It's all good. It's all good.
You should tell Sister here. He's just trying to help.
Well, that's
Unbelievably.
It's a good roll. Okay,
Unbelievably.
he waves you over. And kind of he closes the door behind you, right? So that it's just the two of you in the room.
Well, wait a second. Hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
And
I know what's causing a ailments now. It's been at sea too long. And I wink at Sister Moonshine.
And he takes the band off, and it reveals.
Oh,
That looks painful.
Yes, it looks grotesque.
Oh, wow.
We're outside, so we don't see it.
He just shows you for a moment, and then he puts the band right back on, and even the discoloring around the outside, you notice it's like an illusion covers it up.
The band is hiding.
That is correct. You believe the band is the
mark.
magic of it is that it hides the disfigurement.
Do I recognize that mark? Do I recognize that mark from anything, with a history check or anything like that?
You can give me a history check, and if you roll a nat 20, then we'll talk.
I am always happy to make a history check. What did you say?
Give me a nat.
Oh!
It had to happen.
All right. Well, we are going to.
Yeah, you get inspiration.
We're going to begin by giving you inspiration.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I already have inspiration, so I'm going to pass my inspiration on to Mickey.
Okay.
I think, unless, Mickey, do you have inspiration already?
I don't.
I don't think so. I think you would like some.
I would like some.
So you have heard of the curse of Shekel. The Shekel curse, the surviving members of the Shelbourne clan suffer from the ancient curse that was the result of the pact made by King Casimir of Shekel. Any descendant of the Shelbourne clan that dies has its soul instantly transported to the ancient mines of Shekel, where it's reincorporated as a Shekel-spawned ghost. And this is, that this is a haunted and not nice place, and not a nice end for somebody to have in their life. That the family has been trying for hundreds of years to end the curse, to free their ancestors who are all trapped, their souls trapped in these cursed mines.
I asked Fromir, do you have any children?
I'm afraid I have not.
You have no children. Do you have other relatives that carry this curse as well?
If I do, I don't know them.
Okay. And I tell him that I have some idea, actually, of this curse, that this is kind of a famous and horrible curse. And I have some knowledge of it. I did not know that he carried it. And I'm not sure what I can do to help him, but I'm happy to try. I will absolutely try to help him.
When we get to port, I go to see a mage there that I hope can give me information that could towards ending this curse.
I will try to get you to that mage then.
Thank you, my friend.
So I tell him I think it's a good idea that you get some rest. Essentially, I'm going to look around his room. While he's hopefully getting ready to have a rest, I ask him, the captain thinks you paid a little bit too much for your passage, and you did hire bodyguards. You did hire us to help you. What is it exactly that you're worried about? I mean,
there is more to the curse than you know. There is the usurper, and the usurper has been trying to end my line. I'm a hunted man.
Is the usurper a living person?
He was.
Okay. All right. So do you think the usurper is trying to have you done away with?
Oh, I know he is.
Do you think we're in danger even here at sea?
I hope not.
I'm gonna look around the room. Does his room have like a porthole or a window?
No, it's
All
inside,
right,
fully inside.
That's fine. That's what I wanted to figure out. Is there enough space in his room that if we want to put one of us in the room with him, we can?
Yes.
I tell him, I think going forward, when you're resting, we need to stand a watch. It might be a good idea, just to be safe. It doesn't look like anybody could get in here except through this door, but maybe we could lock the door even, or do some other things to make sure you're protected. And I'm going to let him go rest, and I'm going to go find my friends.
All right. He seems agreeable to all of that.
I go tell you guys the horrible story I just heard.
Oh, you're back.
Oh,
How's it going
man.
there?
So, wait, do we get paid if he makes it or not? Did we get paid in advance? We didn't, did we? Damn it.
You have been given promissory notes that you'll be able to exchange in port for your payment.
Right.
That curse isn't contagious, is it?
I would hope not. I shook his hand.
Oh man, you're done for, Arnold. Take a step back from Arnold.
No.
I have no reason. Sister Moonshine has no reason to believe it's contagious, and tells you that. And if it was, you'd probably be showing the signs of exhaustion at this point. And since none of us are, I'm going to assume that we're perfectly fine. But he honestly believes that somebody is coming, or something is coming after him, and that's why he's taken this precautions. I thought maybe he had hired us just to protect himself from, I don't know, burglars, robbers, highwaymen. But apparently this goes a lot deeper.
If he was hiring us to protect him from burglars, I mean, that was a dumb decision. But
hey, listen.
Takes one to know one.
Whatever comes his way, we will stop it. This is my promise to you and that man. They will have to get through me. Look at me.
I know
nothing
get
through
the
me.
First watch.
Affirmative. I will sleep with him in the bed. Make sure he's nice and warm.
When you say that there might be people after him, Sneak will look down the hallways to make sure that there's nobody coming.
Feel free to move around.
All right.
So I suggest that we look around this level of the ship just to make sure we're not missing anything.
Well, Seafoam, you see someone.
An old lady.
It is. Here we go.
An elderly tiefling woman rocks back and forth with the pitching of the ship, nearly losing her footing before leaning heavily on a crooked wooden cane. She squints at you over the top of a pair of spectacles and croons.
Is that you, Captain? No. Oh, dear. No, it's not him, eh? I do hope someone can talk to that wretched captain. He says my chartered forms are missing, and that I owe him for the whole journey. Well, Dearies, I can't pay that much. Not at all. And I just know he has them stashed away somewhere. Would you be willing to help? I've some old brews my husband gave me before he passed. He was quite an adventurer in his day. Bless his soul.
Did we find those papers when we ransacked the captain's quarters?
No, you ransacked his quarters. You did not see any charters there, and no passenger charter.
What is it? Old lady, is it? Do you speak gibberish? And I hold her up the book and I say, "Is this it?"
Oh, this makes no sense at all.
Oh, that's probably because you're old and senile.
Sneak is going to go in there and he says, "Excuse me, ma'am," and he's going to reach out and he's going to touch her, and I think for some reason he thinks that maybe she's not a harmless old lady, and he'll say, "It'll be okay. We'll find what you're looking for."
Oh, thank you.
Maybe he has them on him.
And he's going to try to check for if she's a disguise, she has a disguise on.
Yeah,
or something.
So I would say give me a perception check. You don't see any indication of a disguise.
Of course.
Or illusion.
So, old lady, Tieflin, you're telling us that the captain has your charter?
I am not I'm not sure, but I definitely had a charter when I came, and he says he doesn't have it. It has to be somewhere.
What about if I give you mine? I can swim.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can give me yours, because it's got your name upon it.
Oh.
Well, were you keeping it with all of your valuables?
What I have is there, and she shows you a trunk.
I said, well, maybe you misplaced it.
Yeah, maybe it's in there.
Okay, so you're gonna look through her trunk?
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
We're great at these.
Old lady, what a nice trunk you have.
You're just tossing stuff around. Is anyone else gonna give it a shot?
Yeah.
Arnold will.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and give it a shot.
Oh, sure.
You know, it's the
okay. Sea foam. Mickey is throwing clothes out, and you kind of grabbing them and putting them in a pile so they're not all over the place. And you grab this old piece of clothing, and you hear a crumple as you grab it, and you look inside, and there's a crumpled up charter, and it's her charter.
I knew she was senile.
Listen, old lady, look. Here it is, right here.
Oh, my hero! And she massages your gigantic muscles.
Oh, oil time. It's oil time.
She says, I have something for you. Thank you. And she opens a dresser drawer and pulls out this bottle that's covered in dust, and but her breath is so weak it doesn't blow the dust off. And she hands it to you, and you have a potion of healing.
This is mine, and I put
nice
it in
job.
my pocket. Affirmative. Thank you, old lady. Listen, don't misplace your items anymore. I won't always be around to help you.
You are such a nice young man.
I know. Now remember, when they get the ports, you need to come to my show. I'm an actor.
I'm gonna fold the clothes up. Sister Moonshine's folding the clothes up that they have kind of got in this pile.
Great.
Very good. Okay. I pat her on the head. Now, Be good. That was great. I'm going to help old people more often.
Good job, Seafoam.
Affirmative. What is this way? Past the crew quarters there. I see there's like doors.
Yeah. There's an open door. Either way down this hall, there's an open door.
Whoa. It's a
Back
crewman.
here, you find it's mostly. It looks like this would be where they probably eat.
The galley.
The galley. Thank you.
So this is the galley where the rancid food comes from.
The rancid food. Look
And
at this.
you see a crew member there, and he's going through potatoes, determining which ones are rotten. And do you think his judgment isn't so hot?
Arnold
There's
will-
one that's clearly not looking very good. He's like, good enough, and it goes back in the barrel.
Arnold will go and grab a random potato and bite into it. Rotten food? What do you mean? We going to make like a con save or anything?
Give me just a D20 roll.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, that's not a bad bite of potato for a raw potato.
This is good.
I say, Chef, I know you're holding out on me. You gotta have some rum or something back there, don't you?
Give me a persuasion.
Wow.
Big persuasion.
Now you're
He kind of
persuasive.
leans
Okay.
down to your height and he's like, "Listen, there's a barrel over there, but that's the good stuff. Everyone else gets the regular stuff, the watered down stuff.
I say,
At dinner, I'll make sure you get the good stuff."
you, my friends, are going places. I'll sip them a silver.
Okay. He looks at it and he looks impressed and puts it in his pocket. And he's like, maybe
silver that I found earlier.
Maybe you'll get a few cups, my friend.
Arnold will look at that and be like, "Hey, listen, you think you can give him bigger of a tip?" And I take out 2 silver and I give it to him.
Well, he looks like he has hit the jackpot with you guys. He's like, maybe I can find you some other stuff you'll like. I'll let you know at dinner time.
I will help you cook. I'm proficient in cook tools.
So there's a hold, isn't there?
Yeah, that would be closer to the
North?
center of the ship.
And is there a deck below where we're at?
Yes. Yeah. And that is where the cargo hold would be.
I suggest we go down and check the cargo hold.
Oh, hang on, Seafoam John. You see
I
somebody.
found another little one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
A worried-looking halfling is pacing back and forth, nearly stumbling into the walls of the cabin quarter halls. Spotting you, his eyes grow wide, and he rushes over while whispering quietly.
Oh, please, please won't you help me? The captain will throw me overboard if he finds out I let him on board. Oh, by the divines! Please, say you'll help!
Danny speaks in a frantic, high-pitched voice. He rushes from one subject to the next, and has a habit of frequently going off topic. Danny made the mistake of buying 2 baby mice from a traveling salesman at the last port he visited, only to discover these mice were an entirely different type of rodent. They quickly grew into giant rats. Danny has been harboring the creatures aboard the ship, but they have grown too large to be hidden and are beginning to devour large stores of food on the ship. Not to mention gnaw on Danny's shoes. Danny does not wish for any harm to come to the rats, but needs them controlled, or at a minimum knocked unconscious, so that he can remove them quietly from the ship when it docks. If the characters agree to help him, he offers to let them keep one of the rats as a pet, stating,
Affirmative. I got it.
Will you help me?
Listen to me very carefully. I'm going to name the rat Danny Ratvito.
Oh, Oh, I like that. My name is Danny.
Oh, hello,
Sneak.
Danny.
Sneak will shake him by the shoulders and say, "Snap out of it, Danny.
Oh,
Tell us, where are the rats?"
they're
Yeah, where are they?
down in the cargo hold.
Okay.
Us halflings, we gotta stick together.
Don't hurt them.
Who has alert?
Don't worry.
I have alert, and I also have lucky. I don't know what anyone else has.
Sneak.
Well, let's-
Sneak always seems to be alert.
Sneak always seems to be alert too.
Okay.
I think
Sneaking Arnold.
I am going, since it looks like we're going rat hunting, and Seafoam really wants to go rat hunting. I am going to give you a vigilant moon blessing.
Oh, I get advantage.
You get advantage.
Whoa!
I'll give you advantage
Whoa! How kind.
because I would prefer you up in front of me.
That's very fair.
That's what I would prefer.
Twilight clerics.
I know. I can throw him off board. See how much he can swim in that heavy armor.
Oh, it's true. It'd be very hard. I would sink like a rock.
That's right.
I have to make myself useful.
That's right. You do, or you'll be overboard.
That's good.
Do any of you guys want nets? I have 10 of them.
I'll take a net.
There you go.
All right.
No net.
So are you guys heading down to the cargo
I
hold?
drape the net around my back like a cape.
Absolutely. We are going to
All right,
help
gonna
Cabin
switch 'em
Boy. Is he? It's just like he looks like a cabin boy.
As we're going down the stairs, I'll massage Seafoam Arnold's shoulder, and I say, "Look, I know you're not used to fighting furry things, but I think you can do it.
Oh,
And I'll give you bardic inspiration."
Oh God, you guys are just being so nice to the barbarian. Wow, how kind. I give you oil. I'm like, hey, listen.
I'll slather up good.
Oh, yeah, it gets me.
I'll massage it in.
Seafoam Arnold.
Gets me ready.
Seafoam Arnold, largest pet in existence.
Let's go. I'm bringing the guns.
You go down there and just stay in front.
What? Of course.
Sneak will give Mickey a knowing look, like, "Good job getting him to go first."
We'll go down there first.
All right.
Yeah, which way is it?
You believe that the cargo hold is through these doors.
Are the doors locked?
No. You open them up, and they open right up.
That's right.
Now, as you open the doors, give me a DC 12 perception check.
Oh, you got it.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, let's do a group check.
Okay.
You don't want to just use my passive?
Well, we're doing the roll, so
All
we
right.
might as well do the roll.
All right,
Looks like you guys are in good shape.
Why am I?
Just need one more. Yeah. Okay. You guys peer in carefully, and you notice 2 giant rats. And at this point, they seem to be distracted by the food stores that they're currently chowing down on. But they look very like they haven't had as much to eat as they probably need. They're quite skinny. They look. Hang on.
I immediately say, let's knock him out. Let's knock him out.
Affirmative.
Shh.
Yeah.
And sneak in there.
Arnold will
All right.
crouch down.
So you would like to attack the rats?
Yes.
All right. And you're going to sneak in. So give me a group stealth check.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Arnold's very sneaky.
it is so unfortunate for you guys that I am with you.
Oh, look at Mickey.
Oh, not 20, but I've already got advantage.
You can give it to somebody.
Oh, that's right.
Never mind. I am sneaky.
You're all sneaky. Yeah.
So-
you have not only succeeded, you have surprised the rats. Sneak, you are first.
Okay. Sneak is going to sneak up to the rat. 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to have his short swords drawn. And he's going to attack it.
Yeah, teach that rat.
I say, don't kill it.
Yep. Don't kill it.
And
Don't kill the rat.
since you have successfully snuck up on it, you will have advantage.
Okay.
You have hit it, and do you wish to kill it?
I think we're just going to knock it unconscious.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
He's going to climb up on one of these crates with the remaining movement.
Okay.
And
Sister Moonshine.
3, 4, 5. I think I'm not going to be able to get there, of course. It's a little too far away.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
And I'd say scrambling over the crates will be difficult terrain.
Is it? So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna take a double move. So I can get. I don't see a crate right there. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Seafoam John.
Right, here goes Arnold. I move 30 feet. Rat. It's over. Here comes a net at normal, I believe, right?
It should be disadvantage, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I will use my inspiration to make it normal.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, net, go. Let's go.
That
net.
hits, and that is a netted rat.
Yeah. Can the rat even do slashing damage?
You doubt it.
No. We did it. Yeah. Okay.
And it is surprised, and Mickey.
All right. So we gotta figure out how to get this. It's all net tied up, but we gotta figure out how to. He can probably still bite us through the net, so we gotta figure out how to get a rope around the net or something, so that
it certainly appears to be panicked at this point with the net suddenly thrown over it.
Yes.
I don't want to knock Danny Ratvito unconscious.
That's right. It's Danny Ratvito.
He'll be then he'll be useless to us. So we gotta maybe I'm gonna go look at the crate of food that he was that they were chowing down on and see if there looks like there's anything good in it.
Good for a rat? Yes.
Um,
A lot of this stuff looks very appropriate for a rat.
Yeah. I'm going to. I guess I'll take I'll grab an armful of it, and then I guess I'll dash over here, and then I'll drop it in the square next to me in front of the rat.
Please give me an animal handling check, and since you are using food, you have a DC of 8.
All right. And I'm going to use my inspiration.
Oh, my God.
You're going to use your inspiration.
Yep.
Go for it.
All right. Nice.
Okay. The rat, you managed to calm the rat down by presenting it food, and now it seems reasonably tame.
I said, all right, calm down, Daddy. We got to get you back and get a saddle on you. I'm riding you.
Might be a little small
I look around.
to ride.
I start looking around for things that can would make a saddle.
Around this time, you guys are discussing who's going to ride the rat and how.
You always get to ride the rat.
When you can hear shouts, and they seem to be coming from the main deck, and it sounds like the crew is shouting alarm.
Run back, sprint.
All right. You guys run to the main deck.
Danny Ratvito will be back. Don't worry. I'll be back.
As you run up onto the main deck.
Whoa.
Oh.
What the hell's that?
Yeah, you see something that looks like this, and there's a description. Hang on.
A creature of stone crashes up from beneath the waves. The rushing water pushes the ship away from it. The creature resembles a mass of stone carved into sharp edges that appear as though they could cut through the air, water, and flesh with ease. The jagged stones are carved with wicked, glowing runes. Tendrils of magical energy extend from the creature like glowing tentacles which reach menacingly towards the ship. The crew cries out as they rush to their stations in a desperate attempt to steer the vessel away from this strange abomination.
But that has already occurred, of course, because as you have come up, it has already made its way on board and has already dispatched some of the crew. And you see it, and it is clearly very dangerous. And
Any chance it'll dispatch the first mate right now? No.
let's roll initiative and find out.
Come on, let's go. All right. Yeah. I guess you wouldn't have time to give me Vigilant a blessing again.
Probably
right?
not.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You still have Bardic Inspiration.
I get inspiration.
And you just used yours too, didn't you?
I did.
Nice.
I'm going first.
And you still have Bardic Inspiration too. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, what does that give me? It's a
D6.
D6. Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to wait on that one because I have to get there.
Well, it is Seafoam John who is acting first.
I'm so angry. All right. 5, 10. Or do I need to move through my buddy's space? Whatever's fine.
We're only 2 feet tall. I think you could probably step over us.
You could leap
You know,
over
I could
him.
do. Yeah, I could totally jump over them. 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, you. Pick on somebody your own size. And I'll rage as my bonus action. And then as my action, I'm going to see if I can net this thing. I don't know, but let's see. I'll use my inspiration to make it a normal attack.
You bet.
No!
Oh, the net goes flying over here. The thing's is spinning around, and the arms are... And as your net goes, one of the arms catches it and tears it, and it falls in 2 pieces on the...
My net.
Seafoam, quit playing around with it.
It's okay. I'm going to see if I can grab it the next turn.
All right. First mate Bellows pulls out a light crossbow, and he fires it at this creature. And he hits it, doing 7 points of damage. You're proud of him. You almost feel bad for framing him. Sister Moonshine.
So Sister Moonshine is going to instruct her owl. She has a very dark owl that she sends out and says, essentially, distract that monster, so that somebody will get the help action on their next attack. And then I will move, I think.
All right.
Right. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3. I think you got your close up. And then I'm going to cast Bless on my 3 party members.
Okay.
And I am going to stand back a little bit. Because once that's done, I think I've done my job, at least for the moment.
Sneak.
You've done it.
All right. Sneak will move up to the railing and unshoulder the short bow. And he feels blessed. Sister Moon
That's right.
has touched him. And the owl swoops down and distracts the abomination, and he shoots
Giving you
with,
advantage.
Advantage.
It already has advantage from the other owl.
Well, yeah,
that is a hit.
And it would be a plus
successful
4
sneak attack.
or a D4. Okay, 10 points then.
Alrighty. The captain.
What does the range of its attack look like? Do those things look like it can reach out pretty far?
You would
Those
guess.
tendrils?
You could guess it could probably reach Seafoam John from where he is.
Okay.
It won't be able to.
The captain is wounded, so he's kind of on one knee, but he reaches onto his belt and pulls out a dagger and throws it.
Oh,
And hits.
Oh, wait a minute, Captain. You can throw further than us.
Well, he would have thrown it at long range. I should have toggled disadvantage. Oh well. We'll give him that one. And
Doesn't
this
even have
thing
a pistol.
He used his inspiration.
Yeah.
is
This is
moving
human.
this direction. So it's going 5,
Come on.
10. And it wants to go through you, but you're in the way.
That's right.
So it will
I'm a
attack you.
mountain. Come on, hit me. Do it. I'm right here. You miss. I shield bashes attack away. Failure.
All right. You have
We
successfully
can't let it get to the
bashed
dwarf.
it
then.
away.
Look at that damage. Oof.
Yeah, that's
Mickey.
big.
All right.
Mickey, throw a net at it. Net it.
Yeah, I will. So I don't want to get close to it. So instead, I say, you don't want to fight Arnold. He's used to flossing with monsters like you, and I will use vicious mockery
Affirmative, I
on
am.
him.
Okay. So that is a wisdom save? Right?
Yeah, DC 13.
No, you've successfully mocked him.
Yes.
Take that.
That's a whole lot of disadvantage on his next attack.
And how much
And then I'm gonna
damage?
duck
Dude,
behind the
roll that
rail.
mighty damage.
Oh yeah, it does damage too. You always forget about it. 1 damage.
Oh, it rocks with the pain.
Yes, I cut him deep.
Sticks
Seafoam.
and stones, man.
All right, it's time to see if I can grapple this thing. It looks like it's made like rocks. I don't know if I could. Do you think I can grapple it? Do I think I can grapple this creature, Chris?
Potentially. Yeah, potentially.
Okay. All right, I'll go for it. I'll even throw in a lucky to make it advantage.
Okay.
All right, so it'd be an unarmed strike. 16.
Oh, yeah, right. It's an unarmed strike. That's right.
Yes.
Here I am rolling. Yep.
16.
16 is a hit. You have successfully grappled him.
You are mine now. Now, come on. We're going to go over here. 10, 20, 30. I drag him along.
All right. It doesn't like
Well,
that.
your movement's halved, right? And because you're slowed.
Yeah. So I did 10, 20, 30.
The first mate continues firing a crossbow at it. And he hits it. Sister Moonshine.
Sister Moonshine pulls out her paddle and realizes that she is going to have to probably get engaged here. So she is going to move up. And can my owl give me advantage on this, or is my owl giving somebody else advantage at this point?
Yeah, your owl could take its action to give you help on this.
Right?
Yeah.
And let's do that. 20 advantage. And da. That's right. Her paddle. Her paddles.
That'll
Did
hit.
that? Yeah, okay. So a whopping 4 damage. Wow.
You did it.
Ooh.
Big damage right there.
Right,
Yeah.
big damage. Big 4 points there. So
I assume that was your minimum.
yeah, that's my minimum, yes. And I'm done.
Go ahead, Sneak.
All right. Sneak is going to vault over the railing and make his way to engage.
This creature can be grappled, so maybe it can be restrained too. Let's try to net it. I brought
So
a
he's
water.
got his short swords out. He's going to attack.
Hey.
That will hit.
And then with his short sword in his other hand, he's going to use his bonus action to attack one more time. And there's no sneak attack on that one. No.
All right. But that will do 5 points of damage. All right. And the captain is just kind of making his way closer, but he's looks badly wounded. He's kind of holding his wounds. And then the abomination has the new grappled condition, which gives it disadvantage to attack anyone but the person who is grappling him. So I guess he will attack the person grappling him.
Do it. Hit me.
And with the minus D4, that is a 6.
I bash his attack again. Come on, you're an abomination. You're an abomination that's hitting me. Because you can't do it.
Mickey.
All right. Seeing that they've got this thing wrapped up, I think I'm going to take all the glory, and I pull out my crossbow and aim down the barrel.
That'll hit.
6 damage.
6. All right. And at the end of the round, something happens.
Oh, and Chris, you forget. So at the end of its turn, it gets to make a saving throw.
Oh, a saving throw. Thank you.
Yeah. The DC is 13 because it's 8 plus proficiency plus strength score, I think, right?
And it's a strength check, right? Or strength save.
It's a strength or dexterity save.
Or dexterity.
From the creature.
Okay, it wants to do strength. No.
Weak, pathetic. I'm strong. This oil's helping me grab you.
All right. At the end of the round,
Vromir bursts onto the main deck, calling out, "It's after me! Oh, by the gods!" Vromir coughs, and a great burst of blood splatters from his mouth onto the deck. His face is pale, and thin black veins reminiscent of runes crisscross his exposed skin. He rushes towards the creature, lifting a heavy club.
and we'll roll initiative for Vromir.
Vromir, no, don't stay away. We've actually got this. Don't worry.
we're all right, honest.
We're actually really fine.
We appreciate the sentiment.
We appreciate the help.
All right, Sea Foam John.
All right. Hey, listen. I think you need to get on the ground now. I'm gonna bash it with my shield. I guess that's an unarmed strike, right? I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gonna use my other lucky. Give advantage on this. Get down.
And it is prone on the ground.
Yes, and grappled. And I really do. Vermeer, stay away. Stay away.
All right. The first.
Oh, and I drag him with me, obviously.
Oh, yes. So he's up here.
Yes.
First mate will now have disadvantage.
Yeah, suffer.
And he misses. Sister Moonshine.
I was holding out. Oh, you dragged him a little further?
Yes.
Now I'm going to move over there. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. And now I reach out to touch him, if I can make this work. Although I probably shouldn't, I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Oof, 19 necrotic.
19 damage.
That's pretty big. That's all your spell slots, though, isn't it? That's your 2.
That is not a healthy looking Nidium spawned abomination.
It is not.
And where is Vormir? Oh, the love of all that is holy.
Vermeer, stay away.
Right? Yeah, I I don't think I can get there and block him in time. There's nothing to do. All right. I'll stand there.
Sneak.
Sneak, grab Vomir. Stop him. Make him stop.
Sneak is going to go up and try and kill this thing first.
That's fair.
You know what? You should. Yeah.
All right. And it's prone, so he has advantage.
You're welcome.
Come on, Sneak.
That is a hit, and it didn't do anything to you guys. All right, and as it dies, Bromir does head up there, but he kind of falls to his knees right about there.
Vromir turns toward you, bloodied and sickly looking. He appears exhausted, and a haunted look fills his bloodshot eyes. I'm sorry, but my family, my ancestors, the fate of so many, it relies on this curse being lifted. I am sorry, but you must bear this now. My time is done. Forgive me. More blood splattering on the deck as he extends his hand towards you, holding forth a broken piece of stone carved with ancient runes. This is yours now. You feel a strange, sickening sensation wash over you as you watch the black veins vanish from Vromir's skin, and a single grotesque rune appears on your own wrist with a searing sensation. Forgive me. Seek the pieces of the gate key of Shekel. Seek Azka, the mage Azkel. He should be able to help. Oh no. I go to the halls of Shekel, or far worse. Free me, my friends. And with his final words, the dwarf collapses, writhing for a moment before lying still. His cold, stony eyes stare sadly into the sky.
And with that,
Sister Moonshadow
passes away.
Sister Moonshadow takes the bracelet and doesn't recoil when he tries to offer it. She actually steps up and holds her arm out and seems to be willing to take on the curse.
It looked like it wasn't random that he chose you for it. And
no, he chose the right person.
You now have the Earth Key of Shekel. So it is a shard of stone carved with runes of a lost dwarven dialect. Pictograms upon the stone appear to be carvings of dwarven figures working the earth. The stone possesses magical qualities. If combined with the metal key of Shekel and the soul key of Shekel, the stones form a puzzle key that could be used to open the gate out to the ancient mines of Shekel. If you are holding the key while you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal proficiency bonus. While you are holding the key, you can cast the magic stone spell at will. The curse cannot be removed until the usurper is removed from Shekel. If the stone is removed from possession of the last living creature it was given ownership to by a member of the Shellborn clan, it reappears the next dawn in the creature's possession again. Any creature descended from the Shellborn clan can pass ownership of the stone to a successor or successors, passing the ancestral curse on to them.
Yeah, I'm never going to know about that taking it off thing because I don't even bother trying. I don't know. In for a penny, in for a pound.
And does the cleric have it, or do we all have it?
Just the cleric.
Just the cleric. Okay.
Sister Moonshine's got it. So
it's like, see ya.
I
wouldn't want to be ya.
Pull out the contract. It doesn't need to be alive for us to get paid, right?
Let me see what he had on his body.
And at the end of the encounter, you would all gain a level.
We did it.
And that is the end of Tavernsbane Freighter. So, what did you guys think of 1D&D playtest? I noticed one thing that came up was the inspiration actually came up a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
I wasn't sure it would,
Yeah.
but it did. Did you guys like it?
I
Yeah,
did.
it definitely it makes rolling a 20 more exciting. It might if I feel like it might I don't know. I'd have to see it over like a long term to see like how much it influences how often you have inspiration on every roll. It feels like it might be a little bit too much, but I don't know. I need to.
You guys
kinda
were
see.
rolling 20s like crazy. Did you see me
We
roll
were
any
hot.
20s? I couldn't even roll anything.
I know.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
were hot tonight. We were
Poor-
hot.
That poor creature.
That poor creature just it was
You
like
would take you out with
wildly
one
flailing at nothing.
That's right. Poor creature.
We were
Oh my
on
gosh.
fire.
Yeah, no, I like the inspiration. I think it makes rolling a 20 like really exciting. The part about auto succeeding that I'm a little bit on because like it really depends.
I used that rule.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, we learned
I
about
just-
the
You
curse.
learned about
Yeah.
the curse.
Yeah. No, and I like that. It's just it's sort of like a DM would need to be more vigilant in like, hey, barbarian with a -1 index. No, you can't try and pick the lock to the door.
Yeah, though
You're
I
just
think a
not
DM should
capable.
always be choosing when the players roll, right?
Yeah, definitely. They shouldn't let him do DM. I want to do handstands
Yeah,
all
I've
day
al-
while we're walking.
I mean, that doesn't really change in my opinion with the playtest because I've always been of the opinion that why would you ever ask for a check that you are not giving a chance of success on, and why would you ever offer a check on something that has no chance of failure, right? Like you're just wasting everyone's
Right.
time. Then, if you're asking for a roll, there should be a chance of success and a chance of failure, and then 20s should be a success and 1 should be a failure, right? We'll see what happens like with saving throws, of course, that will affect things. I think more at high levels, I think that'll come up. Now, how about the so the encounter, obviously you guys were lucky and it was unlucky, so you guys did very well against it. What about the rest? You guys excited to get into the rest of the campaign and find out more about the Curse of Shekel and the mines?
Well, I think
Oh, definitely.
so Moonshine takes her hobbies of curses. You know, she really embraces that hobby of being cursed, and so I think she's invested in it quite a bit.
Oh, I really no, I enjoyed it. It very much like having I guess having started playing in the 1980s, this had for me some of that kind of maybe I know the term old school is overused maybe, but hey, I'm there. So it had a little bit of that feeling to it about running into cursed people. And having to figure out to some extent what's going on. We did have some phenomenal luck tonight in terms of rolls that.
Well,
we
unless
made
it was an
and things
investigation roll, then you guys did terrible.
right. That is correct. I
There
would
was
like
there
to
was a
say
whole section of the ship you guys did not find. You might have noticed there was a weird looking chest of drawers in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
there
there was a secret passage behind there.
Oh.
There wasn't. I mean, there was like just like a secret compartment room, and there was a couple chests with some stuff in them.
we covered a lot of skills, but not that one.
Not investigation. No. Well, what
No,
if he was
not-
proficient?
not
You just didn't roll well.
investigation,
Yeah.
But I really liked the adventure, and I thought the characters. I thought Cabin Boy Danny was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's the having the giant rats in the hold.
Had the classic rat encounter for
Classic
level
giant
one.
rat.
So
yeah.
for any
Yeah,
of the viewers who would like this, this encounter or adventure, whatever, is free. So if you go to the Kickstarter page, you'll be able to get it, or to the website, I believe, the Tomb Guardians website. It is a free download for you as an introduction to Curse of the Usurper. And I have also been told by our sponsor that so I used a PDF and kind of just ported everything over to Roll20, and that worked for us today. But with the Kickstarter, a pledge of any level is going to get a full virtual tabletop bundle for the so you won't have to go through that, and it'll probably look better than what I have. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone, and thanks to all my players, and we'll wish you all a good day. Once again, I'd like to thank Tomb Guardians and Curse of the Usurper for sponsoring this video. With a pledge, and the Kickstarter is open now, so links are below, and you will get a PDF or hardcover book. You can get actor voiceover, campaign music tracks, collectible dice, many game maps, 28mm monster miniatures, over 200 printable tokens for creating the Dwarven Mines, and as I mentioned, all pledges are going to receive the full virtual tabletop bundle. So check that out below. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining us.